It all started with 1984, as so many things do. I wanted my students to see how the ideas in the book were splashed across the world around them. Yes, in their magazines and their ads, but also in the current events they saw in the news and the news sites that were covering them. So I asked them to create collages connecting 1984 to their lives. As we put the collages up across one wall in the classroom, the startling connections between what they were reading and what they were seeing in the world around them sprang out to us in bright color. Sitting beside us as we discussed and wrote about the novel, they provided a constant reminder that Orwell's writing was as relevant as it gets many decades later. So, am I suggesting you do a context collage next time you teach Orwell? Well, that would be cool, but no. Today, I want to suggest that a context collage as a stellar go-to option is always waiting when you're trying to help students see the connections between a text and their lives. So let me walk you through it. Welcome to the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers looking for more creativity, more engagement, more joy. And no more scripted curriculum, lesson planning ruts, or boring book lists. I'm Betsy Potash, and I'm honored you're trusting me to help. You're not alone on this creative journey anymore. A context collage is a relatively easy project to set up, but you do want to create specific guidelines that will help students carefully link words and ideas from your text to ideas and events happening in the world around them. You do not want them to just print everything they find with a simple keyword search like images of the American dream and then glue it all together. So let's walk through some possible components you could share with your students. You might want to start by asking them to find at least 3 quotations highlighting some key issue or theme in the text that they're going to connect to the world around them. Then you could share a list of possible media they could draw on, like headlines, political cartoons, photographs, illustrations, infographics, etc. You might even want to say you want them to choose some elements of each of these types or from several of these types. Then you'll want to ask them to organize their collage so as to draw clear parallels between the ideas in the book and the imagery they present. Maybe they're going to highlight them with their use of color or their types of fonts or the location on the page of different ideas with different imagery. And whatever choices they make to draw those clear parallels, you're probably going to want to have them explain what they did in an accompanying paragraph or short paper. Let's look at an example I created recently for my dystopian book clubs unit. Here are the instructions I put down for students. Dystopian art and media might explore political systems, environmental issues, questions around AI, global conflicts, and more. Choose an issue you see at play in your chosen dystopian text and find 3 quotations that demonstrate its role in the text. Create a collage of media from out in the world that highlights this issue. Then write a few sentences connecting the quotations you found, the collage that you've made, and the way the text explores or seeks to influence around the issue. You might find headlines, political cartoons, photographs, illustrations, etc. You may add your own original art as you wish. Your collage can be digital or physical. Be sure to include a list of sources for your work. You don't need to complete a full source cited for this project, but be sure to link your sources on a separate slide if your collage is digital, or on the back if it's physical. All right, I bet you're already thinking of texts that you might want to create a project like this around. It's pretty straightforward. I think you've got everything you need to know to get started. All right, my friend, I'm excited for you to get started with your own context collage. I really found this to be such a cool, easy project to help students see the real world connections in a text. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay creative.